guys, it's Lexi. I hope you're all having a great day. First thing first, sorry about the glare on my glasses. I couldn't get this light to work well, and I'm doing a no contacts day. Yeah, so sorry if that's bothering anyone. It bothers me too when I watch it back, but I'm having such a lazy day. I'm sharing my thoughts on the things that I was able to completely finish up and empty. I think I have 20 empty bags from this past melting basket, and I have a few things, I think around like 15 things that I was able to work on but not completely finish. So I'm gonna talk to you guys about those. And I also have a few things that were in the risky melting basket from this past week that I wasn't able to even start. So let me just like really quickly mention these. Of course, I have no thoughts, but lemony, this is like a scent that kind of smells like tomato vine. I just couldn't do it this week, so it'll go into another basket or pass to somebody else, I don't know. This is cashmere plum from Rainbow Melts. I just didn't get around to that one. Another one I didn't get around to melting is Shadow Queen from Rose Girls. I feel like I'll probably like this, but I just wanted to give it a go. I just didn't have time because I was focusing on other scents. And then another one that's the same exact kind of reasoning behind it. This is Out of the Woods. It's kind of a green balsam Palo Santo scent. And this one is fairly new to me, so it's still kind of curing anyway, so I'm not that worried about that. I have L3 Waxy Wonder Swimming Pool Chlorine. I just couldn't do this one this week. I don't know, I just never pulled it. So this will go into a summer bin and hopefully I can try it then. And then this one is Sweet Pretzel Twist from Lured Apothecary. And this is one that I was kind of wondering if it was a similar scent to the Cookie Girl or Cookie Land oil from Rose Girls. And I just never got around to trying it out. But this isn't something that I'm even like afraid of. I just was curious about it. So I didn't get to finish those, but that's totally fine. I did get to finish quite a few things from here. So let me just jump right in. And I think I'll start with the Rose Girl scents that I tried out this week. So this one here is Escape to Neverland. And the notes on this are orange sherbet, pineapple, raspberry sauce, and vanilla ice cream. I feel like when I hauled this, I kind of said something in the haul that it reminded me slightly of like the Mickey Mouse soap bars that are at the store Basin. If you've ever been to Disney, it's called Disney Springs now, but Disney, whatever it used to be called. So they have a store, it's a soap store called Basin. I love that store, and they have like a Mickey Mouse shaped soap bar, and it smells just like this. And when I was melting it, I was like, oh yeah, this smells like that soap. It doesn't smell soapy, that soap is like a really fruity soap. So this just smelled like, it must be with the same exact type of blend. It must be like an orange sherbet, pineapple, raspberry type of scent. So it reminded me of that. This is one that I did kind of figure out. It wasn't like a favorite of mine, and I do have a couple backup muffins, so I think I'm gonna pass this along to family or friends, maybe put it in the round robin. It's a really good scent. It threw really well. It just wasn't like something that I was like, oh, I need bags and bags of this. It's like a one and done. Then I have another Rose Girls, and this one is Summer Snow Cone Margaritas. This one's a little bit more interesting for me because I was worried about two things in this. The blue raspberry oil, because it's blue raspberry, mango, lemonade, paradise, and margarita. So my concern was that blue raspberry oil I have found just isn't like my personal favorite oil. It can come across slightly florally sometimes. And then the other concern I guess that I had was the margarita oil. It was a bit kind of like more of the rind of the margarita rather than like a juicy lime type of like drinkable margarita. I will say when this one was melting, I did enjoy this one a lot better than I thought I would just like by cold sniffing it. I do have a few backups. This is another one that I don't think I need more and more of. So I might pass this along to family and friends or possibly that round robin as well. I'm not sure if any of you guys that are watching this are also in the round robin and you like this scent, then I will happily put it in there once it gets to me. But it wasn't like something that I loved, but I did enjoy it. So it wasn't like a hate, but it wasn't like a love. So I don't know. Do you guys have those scents where it's just kind of like, yeah, I like it, but it's not anything that I'm like obsessed with? I feel like that was both of these ones. So there's my thoughts on that. And then finally, for the Rose Girl scent, I think this is my only other Rose Girls I have in here. Yeah. So this is Thwomps from the Mario Melter collection, and the blend is pine, peppermint, sugar cookie dough, and campfire marshmallow. I really liked this, and I am not a big fan of peppermint. However, this blend, when I sniffed the bag, it was like just pine and just peppermint, and that is all that I smelled. It totally transformed on warm. I'm so happy that I tried this out. This is definitely something that I will keep my eye on next Mario Melter collection once it rolls around again. I don't think I need more right now because we're kind of moving out of the winter season, and this is definitely like kind of a Christmassy type scent to my nose, but I really liked it. That sugar cookie dough and the marshmallow kind of came out, and it was just so beautiful, and I really did enjoy this. So this is definitely a win in my book, and I'm really happy to have tried this one. I have a couple here. Well, okay, so let's talk about this one. This one I melted one entire chunk. This is Teddy B's Buffalo Check, and it is sweet cranberries, fresh pumpkins, red apples, and white clouds. This one was kind of similar to the snow-covered orchard scent that I tried, where it kind of just came across very perfume-based to my nose, and I think like the sweet cranberries, I think it came across more of a tart cranberry to my nose. And then the red apple was almost like an apple blossomy type of scent. I'm not really sure. And it could be because of that white clouds, which is a body care from Bath & Body Works. Maybe it was elevating the perfumey aspect to this scent. This I put in my bedroom, and I feel like I really would not have wanted to melt this in any other place in my house because of that kind of like overly perfumey vibe that I got. But it was a really nice scent. It did perform beautifully in my bedroom Yankee centerpiece warmer. I don't know if I love it. I might pass this along or give it to family and friends, same kind of idea. We have, this is Destination Wax Thai Sticky Rice, and the notes on this are pan-toasted basmati rice baked in coconut milk and brown sugar. I was just talking to Alexis about this. I just saw she posted on Instagram, and I commented, and she was like, I'm not really like thrilled with this one, and I wasn't really either. I know there's a ton of hype around this scent, but to my nose, it just kind of smelled like a basic kind of like a rice cooking scent, and we have a rice cooker, and I smell that every day, so I don't think I need it in wax form because I can just do the real thing. But I can see this being a comforting scent for other people, but for me, it just wasn't anything crazy. Also, the throw on this wasn't super strong. My rice cooker is definitely a little bit stronger than this, as I've had some very strong Destination Wax, but this scent in particular wasn't overwhelmingly strong, which might be great for a scent like this because I don't know if I'd want this to be overwhelmingly strong. But anyway, so that is Thai Sticky Rice. I used up, I'm doing all of the things that I melted and finished first, and then we'll move on to the empties because they're at the bottom. This is Rainbow Melts Plum Tart. The notes are plums, warm vanilla crust with hints of cinnamon and hints of citrus and bakery cinnamon. This was a weird combo for me. So I didn't personally love it. It doesn't mean that you wouldn't love it. It just wasn't for me. So this might be another one that I pass on to family and friends because somebody might love it, you know, if it's not for me, it doesn't mean it's not for everyone. This one here is VCS Striped Sweater. And the notes on Striped Sweater are blueberry cobbler, strawberry preserves, and orange marmalade. I didn't love this on cold because of that orange marmalade note. It kind of just came across very citrus peel orange and like the rind of the orange and not very juicy. And I was hoping it would be much more juicy and like a blend of those other fruits. I don't love this. I warmed it up and it kind of did the same thing. It was just kind of that rind orange scent. So it wasn't a favorite of mine. I will say this one did perform fairly well. It's always a scent that you're not like keen on that kind of perform the best in your home. So it was a really strong throw, which for me, I was actually super excited about because sometimes I can struggle with VCS. Another thing that I have been seeing comments, and I love and appreciate everyone's opinions and telling me things that work and things that help. VCS, I've heard, needs a bit longer of a cure time. So maybe that has been my problem is I've been melting a lot of the things like on an average cure time, so like 2 weeks. I'm hearing it needs more. So maybe that has been my struggle. So I'm gonna try that. I have a lot of things coming up that are a bit like, you know, should be very well cured, like 8 months old. So I'm gonna give that a shot, but time will tell. So yeah, this wasn't a favorite of mine, but somebody out there, if they really loved bright orange zesty scents, then they'd probably like this. It just wasn't fruity enough for me. Okay, moving on, I have 2 cubes I melted from the Scentsy Scent and Perfect Gentleman. I think, was it Edda said that she liked this? I use this in my bathroom, and in my bathroom, this was a powerhouse scent. It came out of my bathroom and went into my bedroom, in my guest bedroom, and filled the kitchen up. And I was like, what am I melting in my kitchen right now? And it wasn't that, it was this coming into my kitchen. So very strong performer. But I would only really want this in my bathroom because of the elements of the notes. It's kind of like an oak, is it oak moss? And I'm not even sure. I think there's moss in this. It's a very green masculine scent, very clean green masculine. So I could see this being a wonderful bathroom scent for like when you have guests over and you just want it to smell nice and fresh in there. I like this enough to like keep it and use the rest of it. I'm not going to pass this on to anyone, but it's something that I'm like, I don't know if I need more and more and more of it. But that is Perfect Gentleman from Scentsy. We have another bathroom scent that I melted this week, and this is Bonsai. So this is from Destination Wax, and this I bought on Beth's recommendation. I love Beth. She is so sweet. The notes of this are strong, fresh green, soapy scent, great for freshening up a bathroom. And this is exactly the same thing as the other one. It was so strong. It was coming out of my bathroom, going into the other rooms. Powerhouse scent. This one actually, I had to shut the warmer off because it was a little too strong at points. Once I shut it off and kind of let it mellow down and I turned it back on, I could handle it again. But at first I was like, oh my goodness gracious, it is so strong. This to me is it's a different scent. These aren't super similar. I mean, they're not similar at all to my nose. This one is like a masculine green, fresh, clean scent. And this one is a clean scent, but leaning on the like almost astringent, like cleaner-esque type of vibe. This one really smells like you just like took a mop to your floor and like cleaned the walls, like washed the walls, cleaned the sink. This smells like you literally cleaned the bathroom top to bottom and it's like brand new, cleaner, fresh. So if you really love that and you need that in your bathroom, this is a great one, and it was so strong. So that is Bonsai. This one's kind of a random one. I didn't finish these little tiny melts here, but this was a wax melt little bag that my friend sent me, and it was just cinnamon melts. I did melt one of these in my guest bedroom one day, and it was okay. It wasn't anything that like blew my mind or anything, but yeah, you know, it was just like a bakery cinnamon. I don't have too much to say about it. I don't even know where she got these. So that is those. And then I have two more things that I melted but didn't finish completely. So this first one is Britta's Creepy Treasures Don't Feed It After Midnight, which is Count Chocula, chocolate chip cookie dough, and vanilla bean marshmallow. I don't know if I love the like cereal Count Chocula and Boo Berry and the whatever the strawberry one is, Frankenberry. I don't think I like those cereal blends in wax. It's interesting. I found that out recently. So it was okay. It was just like an overly sweet chocolate scent to my nose, like very just overly sweet chocolate scent. So if you love chocolate and wax, I really think you would love this. But yeah, it just wasn't like a particular standout favorite for me. This is something that I still will keep and melt. It's not anything that I'm like, oh, I need to get rid of it. It's just not for me, but it's, you know, it was fine. Just isn't like a favorite. This is L3 Waxy Wonders Daredevil, which is a blend of raspberry soda and blue raspberry jello. This came across really florally to my nose. It was like a blend of juicy and floral. And I think the soda came across like just a hair. It wasn't like fizzy pop strong soda, but it was a fizziness. Like you could sense a bit of like an upliftingness to this. It just wasn't a favorite. It was a little too floral for my nose. But I know some people would love this. It just wasn't for me, and that's okay. One more thing. I'm sorry, I totally didn't see this. My bin is gray, and this is gray, so it's funny. It blended in, you know, camouflage. Okay, so this one here is VCS Sweeney Todd, and I melted this for Drew, and I did melt this one in my bathroom and also in my guest bedroom. It is fresh strawberries blended with minty shaving cream, and I can understand why Drew loves this. I think if you are a big fan of mint, and if you really do enjoy like shaving cream blends, then this is just such an elevated, complex scent, and it's very interesting. I think I'm happy with the amount that I have right now. I don't think this is like something that I feel like I would need more and more and more of. Personally, just because I'm not a huge fan of mint and I'm not a huge fan of the shaving cream oil, It isn't like a standout favorite, but I can understand why Drew does love this, and I think that is awesome. It is really nice, but for me it would only be like a bathroom scent type of thing. I couldn't see melting this in like an open concept like my living room. But I'm really happy that I gave this a shot, and I'm definitely going to keep the rest and finish this. But yeah, so that is Sweeney's Barber Shop. So yes, I know Drew loves this, and I hope that you're not too bummed out. I know you're really hoping I would be like in love with this, but we've already talked about this. So yes, there's Sweeney's Barber Shop. Okay, now I'm going to get into my biggest heartbreak. So you guys, if you've been following me for a little while, you probably have, I know I've talked endlessly about how much I love Midnight Daydream Wax Company's wax. The owner is Harrison. So today I logged on to my Instagram and I was just casually scrolling, and all of a sudden I saw a post from Harrison and I was like, oh yay, it's gonna be another restock. I can't wait to stock up on more of his stuff. And I saw, very sadly, I will definitely refer you guys to his Instagram page if you want to see the actual, like what he wrote himself. But he said that he is going to stop doing the melts for now. He's got some things going on in his life and some changes and everything, and he just isn't going to be doing it. I cried when I read that. I was devastated. I was so sad. It like shattered my world. It broke my heart. I love his wax. You guys know I love his wax. He is one of the reasons why I have fallen down this rabbit hole of loving wax so much. He's one of the very first vendors that I ever did a haul video from. He's been nothing but just overly supportive of my YouTube channel, of my Instagram page. He's, just reached out to me personally and he's always had like a lending ear, and he's just been kind and he's just a wonderful person. Even in like the Instagram community, he would comment on everyone's pictures of like what they were melting, no matter what vendor they were, and just being so supportive and encouraging. And he was just a bright beam of light in the wax community. So to know that he's not going to be a part of it, for the time being, devastates me. I'm crushed. I'm honestly crushed. Because I think not just is he a wonderful person, a great vendor, but I think his wax is unmatched. I love, and I know a lot of people have struggled with his stuff, but I've never had poor performance from him. Honestly, I've always had just amazing performance, and I love his wax, so I'm crushed. But he did say some things about how he needs to just, take the time for himself, and I am a huge, I stand for taking care of yourself and taking care of your mental health and your physical health, and that comes before anything in life. So I really hope that Harrison takes this time to do what he needs to do. And I really hope he comes back better and stronger than ever, because I love him and I love his wax. I'm just so sad for right now. I'm sad for me, but I know that this is gonna be good for him. So I just want his happiness above all. So anyway, let's talk about his stuff. I'm like, oh, so sad, you guys. I don't want to be too sad, but like I could cry, honestly. I'm devastated. Okay, so I melted Freddy versus Jason, and this is coconut pumpkin macaroons. This honestly on warm I did like a lot more. On cold it was kind of like a nutty coconut, and then you got a bit of like that spicy pumpkin. A lot better on warm than it was on cold, but of course you can't get it now, which is like, I'm devastated. So I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'd repurchase it, because I can't. Oh, I'm devastated. Okay, this is Moonbuck's Cafe. This is Starbucks type cranberry frosted cinnamon rolls. I wasn't like keen on the cranberry blended with the Starbucks and the cinnamon rolls. It was kind of a weird blend. This was a lot more coffee on warm than it was on cold, so I'm happy about that, but I still didn't love like the combo. It just wasn't a combo for me. This one here is Snow Cabin. Out of all of the ones from Harrison, this is the one that I enjoyed the most. This is cabin covered in freshly fallen snow. It was just like a fresh, clean, I don't know if there was mint. I felt like there was a bit of mint, but not overwhelmingly, but there's also like a wood smoke kind of a scent that was coming through, so I really did like this. But, I feel like I'm just going to be I'm always so happy in my videos, and today I'm just so sad. I'm just so sad, you guys. Okay, and then finally, this is Frosted Mulberries. This was Mulberries, Fresh No, Red Apple, Sage, and Vetiver. I just didn't like the combo of the sage. It came across a bit too like tart, the cranberry or mulberry and the snow and the apple. Everything was just a bit sharp and tart to me. So this wasn't a favorite, but that's okay. So those are all of Harrison's things. I do have some of his stuff that is in my favorites bin. I don't think I'll be able to melt them. I think I'm gonna keep them forever. I can't melt them. I'm devastated. Okay, so let's keep going. This one here is the Melted Mousse Take 5. This is crunchy pretzels drizzled in caramel and a hint of melted chocolate. This was honestly pretty light. I smelled this for like 2 hours and then it kind of fizzled out. It was a nice chocolatey scent. I wasn't sure that I'd love the chocolate once it warmed up, but I didn't mind it. It was actually pretty nice. It just wasn't a very strong performer. So that is Take 5 from the Melted Mousse. This one here is Greenhouse from K's. This was like a really interesting blend. You could definitely pick up on like the dirt with like the green type plant-like scents, like herbal. I feel like there was like, you could smell like almost like it smells like dirt, but like maybe like mint or rosemary or just like a blend of herbs and mint or herbs and dirt. And I really actually like this. I put this in my bathroom warmer. I was really worried that it would be kind of weird and too strong, but this was the perfect strength in my bathroom. It wasn't overwhelmingly strong, which is fine for this type of blend. I was nervous about it anyway, and I really like this. I would repurchase this. So that is Greenhouse from K's. This one is from Simo Wax Melts. It is Chai It. Do you like it? I definitely struggle a lot with my Simo. I think Simo has got so many like beautiful, like really well handcrafted shapes, and they're like, they have like really cute little Valentine's Day trucks. Their shapes and stuff for the Halloween release that looked like the little McDonald's like trick or treat pails were adorable. I think that the amount of work that they put into like building their wax melts and like the shapes and everything, it's just, I think that it is amazing. I have just personally been struggling with the throw, so I'm just kind of bummed out about it, but I think that their stuff is really beautiful. So Chai It, you like it. This didn't perform very well for me. I really couldn't smell this like barely at all. I think it was like maybe like a 1 or a 2 out of a 10 type of a throw. I kind of had to hover over the warmer to get a good throw, and it still like wasn't anything that was like a standout. So that is that one. And then finally we are on to big bags here. So we have a few Britas that I was able to finish up. This one is Brita's The Bus to Nowhere, which was a blend of icy peppermint white cake, sweet bakery dough, and almond biscotti. This one was a bit odd to me. I put this in my bedroom, and it just wasn't for me. You guys know I don't love peppermint. It was like the almond biscotti was a very cherry type almond, so it was like a minty cherry, almondy, like cakey scent. It just wasn't personally for me. I bet that there would be somebody out there that would really love this. The throw was really good and it lasted a long time. It just wasn't my scent preference. This one here is Brita's Beware the Purple Peanut Butter. This is Lori's favorite here on YouTube, and the notes are peanut butter, cookies, grape jelly, and sweet bakery dough. This one was really interesting. I was worried that I wasn't gonna like the combo of like the peanut butter and the grape jelly. And I think my biggest concern was the grape was gonna come across more candied than jellied. You know what I mean? But this one literally just smells like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now as an adult, when I make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I make it with like strawberry jelly. That's my preference. But as a child, I remember having a ton of grape jelly peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So to me, this was a bit nostalgic. Really interesting. I don't know if this is something that I would need like bags and bags and bags of, but I can see why Lori loves this. Finally, the last one from Brita's. This is Gravity Defying Spook Hill. This is Autumn Day Gingerbread Cupcakes at Tiffany's and Sugar Cookie Dough. The thing that threw me off is the Autumn Day note. I'm not sure if that's like an outdoorsy, like, I don't know. There's something else. There's a weird like element of, it's not like a true like classic bakery. I think there's like some kind of like an outdoorsy note in that Autumn Day oil that I don't love mixed with the bakery. I'm happy to have used it and finished it, but I think from that have learned I don't love the Autumn Day scent, or at least I don't like when bakery is blended with like a leaves type. I don't know if it's leaves. but I'm not sure. It just wasn't for me, but that's okay. I have two from Rainbow Melts here. This first one is Kentucky, the Goatman, a Pope Lick. And this is a blend of barnwood, caramel tobacco, and blackberry. This was honestly fairly light for me. It kind of came across a bit like a cologne-y scent. I'm not sure if the caramel tobacco, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really sure. This wasn't a favorite, but I'm happy to have tried it. And then this is another one from Rainbow Melts. It is Oregon, the Bandage Man of Cannon Beach, which is a blend of Rainstorm, Earth and Oak, and Luna. This one is a bit too florally. I don't know. I didn't love this one. It was fine. I know Luna has, I know there's like jasmine in Luna, but I don't think I liked the blend of like the oak with the Luna. I'm not really sure. This just wasn't for me. I'm sure a lot of people like that one, but it just wasn't my scent preference. A lot of these were things that I was just like unsure of on cold, and I was just going to keep putting off melting. So I'm really happy that this melting basket has honestly just helped me clear out the things that I'm not like looking forward to melting. All right, so next up from Lured Apothecary, I have the Dollhouse, which was a part of her like Halloween advent. This is cinnamon amber, spun sugar, and vanilla. To my nose, the amber really made the scent into more of like a perfumey cinnamon scent, and the cinnamon in this was like a red hot cinnamon. So it was like a red hot cinnamon perfume. It's just kind of odd to my nose. It wasn't a favorite, but I do have a lot that I do really like, especially from that Halloween advent calendar. But this one wasn't for me. I have a few sample bags here. So the first three are all from Empire Alchemy, and I'll just kind of go through these quick. They were all used in my guest bedroom, which is a small like bulb warmer. So this first one is Jingle Jangle. There was like a citrusy note in this that I just didn't love, so it wouldn't be like a purchase. Happy to have used it. This one here was Brunch with Santa. It's just like a really nice classic coffee scent. Definitely the strongest note in this was just the coffee, but I did enjoy it. You can't go wrong with just coffee. And then this one is Empire Alchemy Sleepy Sheep, which was chamomile and lavender and something else, I think. For a lavender blend, I didn't hate it, which I usually don't love lavender. You guys know that. I think the chamomile really helped, so wouldn't be something that I would purchase just because of that lavender note, but I wasn't totally against this one. And then I have a sample from Destination Wax, and this one is Cranberry Fig, Tart, Cranberries, Fresh Fig Leaves, and a touch of clove. This one is a bit odd to me. It was like, it says tart cranberries, but the cranberry is a little juicy to me, mixed with like an earthy fig note. It's just kind of odd. It wasn't a scent for me, but I'm happy to at least have tried it. I used up 2 scents from Zape. I finished up maple cornbread. I was really worried about that maple note, but coming like once it melted, it kind of came through as like just a sweet baked good type of scent. So I really liked it. I had no complaints. If I saw it again, I might pick it up. And then the other one I have from Zape is Cigar Bar. This is just a classic tobacco scent. So really funny story, the day that I melted Cigar Bar, I had this going in my living room. This was so strong. And I also had Rose Girls Rodeo going in my kitchen. And this one was so strong. And both of these lasted such a long time. This one definitely lasted a little bit longer, but these both lasted like 2 days for me. This is, Rodeo is leather, amber, wood, patchouli, and vanilla. And it was really funny. I was melting these and I was talking to Drew and I was like, who do I think I am? Don Draper melting patchouli, amber, tobacco, like just get me a cigar and a glass of bourbon and scotch and I'm good. So really surprising that I liked both of these because it doesn't seem like those would be scents that I would personally like. But it just made me feel like I was like living in the 1920s and I was like, I like this. So this is cool. Yeah, I really liked it. It was like a luxurious type of scent experience. And the tobacco Cigar Bar kind of just reminded me of like being at weddings where they have cigar bars and just like that kind of fresh, not fresh because it's not, it's like a sweet tobacco. But there's also something that maybe it was like the rodeo mixing with it. It was just like a nice masculine sweetness. I really liked both of these, so definitely would buy these again. 2 scents from the Bathing Garden. This first one is a sample I melted in my warmer in my bedroom, which is the Yankee Candle like centerpiece warmer. This is Dreamless, which is clean citrus with notes of sandalwood, spice, and fresh air. And I said in my video where I pulled this, it kind of reminded me of like a memory that I've had, and it really does. This one was, honestly, this little sample was just as strong as this mini muffin from Rose Girls. These were the two strongest scents from this entire week. And I really cannot describe this scent to you. It is so hard to describe. I would definitely say pick it up. It was like a clean, I guess if I had to say, it was like a clean, like kind of fresh, earthy type scent, but there's something that just smells clean about it. It's a really nice fresh scent, and this would be like perfect in the springtime, I think. So I really like this. I'd probably pick it up if I saw it again. And then this one is Winter Masquerade from the Bathing Garden, which is notes of a celebration of vanilla, sweet chestnut, and sugar and cream. Every time I smelled this bag, I was like, it's kind of weird. Kind of came across a bit sour to my nose. Other days I would smell it and I liked it. I melted this in a bulb warmer, hot plate warmer, tea light warmer in my living room. And I also had a candle that was Marshmallow Fireside going at the same time. These paired beautifully together. They played so well with each other. And then the next day that I melted the rest of this, I made sure I didn't burn anything with it just to see how it performed. This was a gorgeous vanilla, like a beautiful vanilla scent. I think the sweet chestnut just kind of elevated the vanilla-ness to it. And usually vanilla is like really weak in wax or even candles. Sometimes it's just kind of like a light scent. But this filled my living room and it was beautiful, and I didn't want to pull it on my warmers. I really liked it a lot. So Winter Masquerade, I would pick up more of that. And then finally, to wrap it up, I have two here that are kind of similar things happen with both of these scents for me. So the first one is Teddy B's Teddy Bear Biscuits, which is notes of warm beignets with nutmeg, creamy vanilla, coated in powdered sugar and dipped in whipped cream. And the next one that I have is Vintage Chic Scents Marshmallow Mermaid Pie. And this one is sugar pie crust filled with a pillow of blue cotton candy cream and a layer of whipped coconut cream topped with fluffy miniature marshmallows. This scent from VCS, I was trying to determine if a while ago when I melted this, if this was the strong scent that I was smelling throughout my house or if it was another one. I think I did figure out that it was the other scent that I was melting that was kind of the strong scent that I was smelling. And then both of these had a very similar experience with the throw. So I melted both of these in my living room the same way that I have described the other ones to you guys in the 3 different types of warmers. And they were both about the same, probably like a 3.5, 4 out of 10 for throw performance. And then I was like, okay, let me try them in a different room. Then I put this one I put in my guest bedroom, which is just a bulb warmer and like a very small bedroom. And this one I put in the area where I do all of my Teddy Bees, my bedroom with the Yankee Candle centerpiece warmer. This one did a lot better. Definitely, I think the bakery scents in particular do best in that, like I've said 100 times. But I definitely did like this. It had a weird Play-Doh note on cold. The Play-Doh note went away once it warmed up, so I was very thankful for that. But this just wouldn't be something that I would go out of my way and repurchase. It was just like a nice classic bakery. I don't have any complaints about it, but that was, just okay. And then this one, I really did love this blend once it was in the area where I could really get a good sense of the scent of it. This blue cotton candy cream was the strongest thing that I smelled in this. It was just like a really rich blue cotton candy scent. So I really liked it in my bedroom. I thought it was beautiful. I just was so kind of sad that it wasn't like filling up my entire living room. So if you guys did follow along in this risky week, did you also find that you have been able to decide things that you know you like and don't like? Are you happy that you did this? Did you guys give up halfway through? Please let me know in the comments. I love talking to you guys, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Take care. Bye, guys.